Hey guys, what we're looking at here is a typical day in the life for me. It's getting some AC units ready. I really should be working on the house, but people are hot. It's pushing 100 yet again today, so here that we're starting off with a unit that should be everybody on our community should be well familiar with by now. And this is the chassis design. It goes back all the way back to the 50s. It didn't stop until the 90's. So this here is a WCI version of the Westinghouse, aka White Consolidated Industries. For the rotary compressor, not the flat top or the Copeland that was usually in them back in the day. It's pretty dirty, but blows ice cold. Getting installed tonight in a kitchen. 7,000 BTUs. I'm a little bit worried about the fan motor because I densed it pretty good, but being that it's going to be in the hundreds today, again, I'm gonna let it soak out in the sun for a few hours and then fire it up. Now, as I always mention when I service these units, it has a little baffle here on the back side of the evaporator, right here, that little white screen. Yeah, you must put that back on, because if you don't know what that is that's a air diffuser. So what that does is it prevents the unit from freezing up by means of limiting the air that's going to naturally flow stronger where the water's hitting than over here, so it evens it out so that way you have equal airflow across the whole entire evaporator. The reason I'm asking this guy, I've already had people send me a comment on the video and say, hey Russ, I got this exact air conditioner, but mine only blows out of one side, or mine's freezing up. It's like, did you clean it? They're like, yes. Okay, when you clean it, did you take out that little metal mesh piece? And they're like, yeah, I threw it away, or yeah, I didn't put it back on. It's like, well, that's your problem. You need that. Put that back in. I don't think he had that exact piece. I think he used like a piece of foam filter or something like that and put that over it, and it managed to still work. So he got lucky, I guess. I think he told me he threw that piece away. Yeah, don't throw pieces away, man. If you guys are working on these, trust me, they're there for a reason. Now, I'm not knocking this, because this is all mistakes I've made in the past too when I first started getting into it, including that mistake I just warned you about. I've done it. Oh yeah, she's nice and minty fresh now. Yeah, rebuild and service are two totally different things. A service takes a couple hours. A restoration or a rebuild takes a few weeks. Yeah, service, I can do 2 or 3 of them in one day. A rebuild, I can do 2 or 3 of them a season. That guy that drove by, I don't know if you saw it or heard it. That's the guy that moved here into the mountains of Pennsylvania. Was surprised that we had bear here, and he ordered a bear trap, and he had a bear trap sitting out front of his house. Jackass. I just thought it was funny. Figured maybe y'all would get a kick out of it too. The outside seems okay. I have no doubt I'll be able to give this unit a clean bill of health with utmost confidence. Like I said, there's a reason they made these for 40 years. Wonderful design. No idea why they stopped making them this way. Probably because they weren't selling enough units because they weren't breaking. This one, can't believe, came out of Park Fairfax and Brian Mullins too. All right, let's give this beast a drain hole modification. Give some of that water a chance to escape, if you know what I mean. right, we'll rod the drill. All right. Obviously, you want to step it up. You don't want to start with your biggest bit for obvious reasons. Start with 5/16, and we'll go bigger as we go. I try to put the drain hole as close as I can to the original, so I'm thinking like right here should be adequate. Oh yeah, I'm going. Wasn't nice. There we go. Gotcha. Freaking bit me, did you see that? That can sometimes happen. This part's going to be the risky part right here. Probably do it from the other side, but I'm feeling lucky today. I should also mention this one here doesn't have to be as big. It's just for sweat off the compressor. There we go. Look it all off again. And we're coming pretty clean now. Good. I'm eventually going to tip her over on her side. Get all this crap out of here. But yeah, this condenser was blocked pretty bad, so I think we're going to be okay now. And it blew perfectly fine last night, even before cleaning. A little weak on the airflow, maybe, because on account of the clogged condenser. See, with these things, if you run them without a filter, it sucks in and blows out through the evaporator. So this whole entire thing gets clogged with dust, because this did not have a filter in it. I guess they assume that metal screen is for the filter. The metal screen is not the filter. The metal filter, that metal screen is just so the filter doesn't get sucked into the fan. That's all that's for. So yeah, you still have to clean your, you still need a filter. Especially on the units that breathe in and blow through the evaporator. Because all the debris gets stuck on the inside instead of the outside, so you can't even take it home to it and give it a good cleaning without taking it apart. It amazes me how many people don't know that window units need maintenance. They think you need to throw them in there and let them run for, well, I guess you could, but you're not supposed to. They'd run for more than 50 years if people would maintain them. And it still blows my mind that 90% of the ones that are replaced because they're old, not because they're broke. It boggles my mind why people are so willing to waste running equipment. Because they buy into the Chinese energy efficiency garbage. That's exactly what it is, garbage. Marketing scheme, all it is. this out. And I'm going to tilt it on its back to let all that shit have a chance to get out of there. Like so. I gotta tell you, it's probably not even 10 o'clock yet. And it is already in the freaking mid-90s out here. I'm dying just standing here. And I'm in the shade, too. Was that Bon Jovi 99 in the shade? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. What that's doing by tilting on the side is all the debris is floating downstream, so it's a lot easier for me to get it all out. I think we're pretty good now. I'm going to put it back up on its crate, mix another batch of Nubrite, and we will be continuing on our merry way with this servicing. So I do it, put it right there, let it do its thing. There you guys can see what's going on. In fact, we're going to move back over here anyways at this point. But that's okay. At least you guys can see what's going on from either angle. Hey, grab a water, because I'm dying. Enough water, because I'm mixing another relatively heavy batch here, heavier than usual. And again, for anybody that's not familiar, this is what I use. It's pretty expensive, about $100 a container nowadays, if I recall correctly. Maybe a little bit more than that, so don't quote me. Now, it hurts when you get it on you in a mixture, but it really hurts when you get it on you straight. So just, when you're messing with this stuff, just be careful. Even with the mixture like that, it'll start making your skin real slimy. I probably put a decent, yeah, I put a lot. All right. You got some waste there. You want to avoid that if possible. Like I said, the stuff is expensive. And the house that these are going into, it's god awful hot. Like, it's insane. Like, I actually felt bad. The little girl who lives there is only like 10 years old. She's sweating her ass off. Her mom's sweating her ass off. Ooh, ow, shit. Ouch. Woohoo, we're slimy now. Ooh. All right, that's a heavy mixture. Ooh, ooh, yeah. That was fun. Oh, yeah. My skin's already slimy. Holy shit. Whew. Talk about that burning, tingling sensation. Wow. That didn't take long for that to kick in. All right, not at that dosage anyway. Oh yeah, look at that, how much pressure we got here. Yeah, so my main concern here is making sure the air is clean. I don't need anybody, you know, mold or none of that crap getting sick. Like I said, their daughter helps my wife out taking care of our baby, so the least I could do is making sure the house stays nice and cool for them. And that GE that I fixed up, I didn't plug it in yesterday. I took their word for it that it works. That thing is noisy. What I mean by that is the fan motor bearings onto the freaking shot. All you hear is clunk, 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 clunk. For any of you guys thinking, hey Russ, make that sound again. Cluck, 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 cluck. There you go. I know somebody was thinking it. And at the end, well, maybe not. This is going to be a long video. I'm not going to bother freaking editing stuff into it, but I will show all the data tags and everything like that before I call the video quits. Yeah, pincher bug, you might want to get out of here. That's the other reason you clean it too. Make sure there's no freaking bugs or anything like that residing in it. Alright, Mike Wagner took one time that I didn't restore. It was sitting in my pile. I said there was a freaking snake in it. So he bought a snake all the way from PA all the way down to Virginia. It's actually pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. And he's afraid of snakes. By the way, check his YouTube channel out too. He comments on here a lot, so I'm sure he might even comment on this video. He's coming up tomorrow for the AC meet a little bit early, him and his buddy Sean, so we're gonna have a good week. It's gonna be a good time. Starting off the summer right. Good. I was trying not to get the motor, but I got the motor, so it is what it is. I'm invested now, so. All right, get the case as good as possible. yeah. Here's the rear grille. Again, the rear grille hasn't changed. The only difference is it doesn't have a Westinghouse tag on it no more like they used to, which is a real bitch. But changing the times, people cheap out. God forbid they spend an extra 10 fucking cents to put the Westinghouse badge on there, or even a white Westinghouse logo. Because technically it's white consolidated at this point in time. So the Westinghouse logo would be a little bit inaccurate. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But put a WCI one or the white Westinghouse logo. There's plenty of ways they could do it. Some of the white Westinghouse units had tags on them. It's not this series for some reason. So I know they made tags. Why not put it on this one? As you guys can tell, I'm a big fan of, from the past videos and whatnot, I'm a big fan of logos. I think cheaping out in a logo is a sign of low quality. If you're not going to even bother putting money into a freaking logo, why would I think that you put any real quality into the unit itself? My phone battery is at 20%, so I am actually going to go grab my charger, plug it in, because why not? Let that soak for a few minutes. Now I'm hoping this ain't gonna shut my video off. If it does, I apologize. And if it does, I also may as well put the slideshow pictures in too. But I don't think it will, it shouldn't. Let's see. Should be okay, hopefully. We'll find out if my video shuts off or not. As you see, this grill came out beautifully. I wasn't gonna throw a coat of paint on the case, but I'm going to, being that it's gonna have plenty of time to dry today. There's no doubt about that. See if I have any silver. I'll put a coat of silver on this. I might even have a white Westinghouse stick badge. If I do, I'll put it on. I could also have my wife reproduce the Westinghouse badge for it and put that on, but like I said, it's not gonna happen today. We're on a little bit of a time crunch. Like I said, I don't think these people really care. They just want to be cool. I get it. Hot days like today, I just hope it can keep up. Especially when the house is already retarded hot. Put it on soak. I probably went past it already. Where is it? Oh, full. There it is. I was looking for a setting that didn't exist. Some of them is called full, some of it is called soak. Endless rinsing, so monotonous, but yet a necessary evil. Edge of the bottom of it, rougher than I thought it would be. It's alright. Compressor mounts are still solid. Good deal. That crap out of there. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Get this guy back up on its crate. Got ourselves a wrap. Got one more hose down on the outside, and we're just gonna let it sit out in the freaking sun for a few hours. do want to do quick is just get the bottom of it. Why skip a step, especially a simple, quick step like that? Throw a little bit of new bright on the bottom of it and let it give it a chance to clean off on the bottom. That's money. I guess I give this guy, oh, might as well do the cord too quick. Prongs on it look nice and shiny, so I'm not going to mess with it. Alright. I'm not going to put the case back on yet because it's not dry. I'll take this milk crate down here, put it in direct sunlight. It's going to be most of the day. Let that 100-degree sun dry it off. Way to grip this without getting a noob right back. Oh, it's not noob right now, it's just water now, but still. There you go. right there. How powerful of a cleaner new blade is. Let me go around and get the grills quick. Of course, it wouldn't be complete without the grill. I'm dying, dude. This is bad. Whew. What I'm trying to do is basically get all the mold, anything like that could potentially be on here, off. You're not going to really see the dirt too much, obviously, but you still want to get as much of it that's on there as you can off. Why would you want to install something in somebody's house that you wouldn't install on your own? You want to be quick on the wood grain because that's just a finish, so you don't want to eat the wood grain off. So, like I said, be careful with that and the nameplate and stuff like that. She's finished. That's going to sit down in the sun to dry too. Thing's already basically dry. next we're going to take a look at this Panasonic. This should be a slide-out chassis, but from my past experience, they don't usually slide out very easily, and I'm not really sure why that is. Let's try it. Oh wow, this one actually is sliding out. Cool. Come on, let's go. Shit, that was close. Whew. Come on. All right. So what we know about this unit is it works perfectly. Just could use a little bit of a TLC. Condenser's not as bad as I expected. So it could still be better. That is mold, whatever the fuck it is. Get that all out of it. So, this little top piece here we're going to take off because we want to be able to get in there pretty good. Now let's take a look at the chassis for it. So it sucks in through the side, the left side blows out through the right. This lid just pops off. It's in pretty good shape. Look at the detail for the wiring. They really insulated that good and ran it through protective tubing. So like I said, it's a testament of good build quality. Like I said, these old Panasonics were, like I said, they're not the most pleasing to look at like the old 60s ones, but the build quality on them is pretty good. I can't knock them for that. Yeah, you can't knock Panasonic for the build quality. Looks, yes. Build quality, not so much. The reason I'm taking this off is to do a thorough job of cleaning it. All right, that's it. That little piece just pulls right off. Close that down really nice. Shower. You don't have to go crazy with it, but definitely try to do a good job. Give this a touch of new brake because that's where you're going to breathe it in. I like that how I sprayed that black but didn't spray the inside part. That's pretty lame. I mean, not that it really matters, but you're nitpicking at that point. That piece kind of sits on there like so to hold the air directional louvers in. Nice, nice. Right. Whoops. Shit. Oh. Take another look at the chassis for it. Put these back on the holder in a minute. Like I said, as you can see, it's pretty clean as it is. I just want to give it a once over and make sure we're good. But yeah, this will be a quick and easy rebuild. Honestly, it will. Information for your fan motor. Good in here. Nothing crazy. We're good. Now this one here, I think already has. Yeah, it does. It already has a port, but we're going to give it another one just to be safe and to ensure long-term reliability. Right there is your lowest point in your pan where your condensate is going to build. This here is your actual factory drain hole, but it does have a little lip on it. It's got to get so high before it'll drain out, and we're going to fix that. This is your lowest point in your drain pan. If you do this, this unit will never rust out. What I find when you do it like that, put it right under the fan, right under the slinger wheel, when it's running, it'll actually blow the water out of the way and it'll still splash the condenser, but when you turn it off, all that condensate's going to drain right out. I figured that out by accident on my Emerson. I've been doing it this way ever since. That way you kind of get the best of both worlds. I also got to point out that the best way to do this is actually by using a step bit. Step bit is hands down the best way of doing this, but we're using what we got available. So as long as you're careful and you don't go hog wild and don't put like an intense amount of pressure on it, just enough to let it get through, let the drill do the work. If you do that, you'll be fine. The problem comes in where you push, then when it busts through, it hits through, then you can have potential of hitting your condenser. And it will not be a good time. This is an 8,000 BTU? Yeah, 7,800. Close enough. We're going to call it an 8. no mold in it. Testing is a pretty good build quality, honestly. So it's really not all that dirty. We should be getting better coil cleaning action than that if it were. I think the thing's in pretty good shape. Probably relatively low hours, honestly, for its age. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm good with that. I like a unit that doesn't fight. You can tell this one was definitely installed through the wall in its day. Alright. That's all the new bright we're using for that. Let me run up and get the grill for it quick. We can move on. Actually, the other case up there is in slightly better condition. Ironically enough, the front grill is the dirtiest part of this whole unit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up and get him the nicer of the two pieces. Oh yeah, good one. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. That is like one of the shiniest evaporators I've ever seen. Very nice. This bitch is freaking clean. Alright, see if we can do this side here too. Oh yeah. That's an acorn or something hanging out in there. See if we can get that to come on out. There we go. We got it out. The I'm not gonna lie to you, I forget where I even got these from. I think that was in another one of those deals where I did a clean out. I forget. I've had them for a while. This might have also been a Jason find. I really don't remember. Right. Oh, this one gets to go down and sit in the sun. Whew. I'm freaking dying, man. Whew. All right. How do I have a low battery, 10%, if I'm charging my phone? I might take a little break anyway, to be truthful. Let me move this down. I'll take some lunch. You guys see the grill at all? Let's move this back a little bit, maybe. All right, this grill was horrible. We're gonna try to see how good it turns up when we clean it. Wonderful. I'm going to leave that cover off for now because I want to give it a chance to dry off. We got some shit in here yet to clean off. So it's not perfect, but it will be after this step. Oh yeah, it's tingly. Oh. Comes right off like it's nothing. Alright, so I'm going to bring this guy down. I know I said that 3 times already. This time I mean it. Now it's completely done and cleaned up. I'm gonna go grab one of those little brushes with the crystals in it. Plastic ones. This will help us get in these little crevices that I can't get with my fingers. This helps give it a more thorough look. Bingo. All right, this unit's done. I'm just gonna go get the nicer case, but I already showed you what I do about that anyway, so I'll save you the boredom for that. And yeah, that's all I gotta do is put that this little plastic piece back in, put that metal housing back over it, and it's ready to be slid back into its case. So for now, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one when I get these air temps cleaned up. Peace, guys. Thanks for your support, as always. And stay cool out there. It's hot.